Welcome to Neighbor Foundation Kids Debate Club. I am your host, Jennifer Duckworth. I'm the founder and CEO of Neighbor Foundations, and we have a kids debate club. It's a fun place for kids to disagree. And we really do have a lot of fun, but today we're going to have even more fun because we have with us the phenomenal Miss Tonya Hill Allen. Okay, can everybody say hello, Miss Allen? Just wave a hand, please. Give her a wave. Okay, Miss Allen, let me tell you a little bit about her, and she will go into further detail during her presentation. Okay, so everybody should have their notebooks ready to take notes, whether it's on your pad or whether it's on paper. Please be ready to take notes. And then that way you're ready to ask questions when she says, does anybody have any questions? Okay. All right. Miss Allen is a former human resources senior manager who directed the talent and culture division of a government contractor. She has over 25 years of human resources expertise and is certified senior professional in human resources and master certified professional coach and trainer. That means she knows what she's talking about today. So make sure you have your listening ears on, okay? She has proven success in talent acquisition, learning and leadership development, culture and engagement to implement change for organizational excellence. And Miss Allen is the founder and executive director of Diane's Heart nonprofit and CEO of Inspired Action Coaching and Consulting, a coaching practice that helps clients transform performance through high leadership impact. She is the author, so she has written books of Diane's Heart, Transforming Loss to Purpose and Legacy. She's a member of the class of 2023 Leadership Birmingham. Also, she's a 2023 graduate of NELI, Nonprofit Executive Leadership Institute, Alabama Association of Nonprofits, and of Alabama, Roll Tide, but her proudest accomplishments are her two adult sons. She's a proud mommy. Okay, so you guys need to make sure that you listen to Miss Allen. Again, if you want to raise your hand, use the raise your hand button. And also, when she asks you questions, feel free to answer, but raise your hand. And then if she says put something in the chat, use that for what that is to answer her questions. Please do not uh, put in the chat box a boo-baloo, blue, 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 blue stuff. Please don't do that. Okay, we need to be able to see your answers because I heard there may be an exciting prize at the end. So I heard a little birdie say it. So we got to make sure that we have our listening ears and our fingers writing and our attention because she may spring something on you, and if you're not listening, you'll miss it. So let's listen, okay? All right. Thank you, Miss Allen, for giving us your time, and the floor is yours.
Well, I am so delighted to be here tonight with you. Thank you for spending your time with me. I am going to share my screen to start the PowerPoint, but I am very interactive. So I'm actually going to be calling on you. So I do need you to have your listening ears on and take notes and be very comfortable asking me any questions that you'd like to ask. I'm going to start the PowerPoint now. And let's get all the way. I didn't realize it was still in play. So this is actually the start. Born to lead. What I really want you to take away, if nothing else, but that you are born to lead. So you already have in you what you need to be a leader. And in many cases, you have already been a leader. And so I would love if you would share with me, if just one person would share with me, what have they done? It could be a role or not, or an action you've taken that has demonstrated leadership. I saw a hand. So can you help me monitor the hands? I think it's Jaleel with this hand up.
Yes, he was the first one,
All
Jaleel.
right, Jaleel, tell us.
Do I do it through chat?
No, you can open your mic and tell me.
So I know that I'm a supervisor. I supervise my siblings and doing and doing their home and doing their chores every morning. So I'm responsible for them. So
Mhm.
I help them. I say, "Come on, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it." Try to help them go through their chores.
Great. And so leadership is about leading others, but you have to prepare yourself to lead them. Is that correct? You
Yeah.
have to make sure that you know whether or not the chores are done. You've got to go and check to make sure that they're up and ready and doing the chores. So that requires some self-direction from you, right? So leadership is not only about leading others, but it's also about leading yourself. Okay. So instinctively, you already get it that the assignment that we all have, no matter who we are, is to lead. But we lead at different times and we have different roles of leadership. So these are words to ponder. Everyone is a leader because everyone influences someone. Okay, that's by John Maxwell, who's a noted leadership guru. And the other quote goes a little bit further. We are all leaders, whether we want to be or not. I bet you, Jaleel, there's sometimes you don't want to make them go do the chores. You just wish they do the chores and you don't have to tell them or ask them or inspect anything. Okay. So sometimes we're called to be leaders, whether we want to be or not. There is always someone we're influencing. So the piece here that is so important is that we are leading people, whether it's good, to do good. We can also lead people to do away from good, but we want to stay on the side of good always. Okay. So we've been in situations where it may not be necessarily at school, but you could be playing ball, or if you're on in organized sports or even in dance. It could be at church or wherever, where we are in different interactions with people. And so we can influence them and they can influence us. So leadership is within everybody, is the one thing I want you to take with you today about leadership. So the thing is, we all have different leadership styles. We lead in different capacities, and we lead based on our gifts and what we have been, what we possess on the inside of us. And so it's important that you really know what your gifts are. And it's important that you are completely who you are designed to be, your authentic self. Tonight, we're going to go over a couple of things. We're going to talk about the fundamentals of leadership. We're going to talk about the 7 components of building your leadership style. And then we're going to talk about what I think are important things as a leader that I've observed in my lengthy career. But leadership begins with how you manage yourself, and we're going to talk about you as a leader. But first, I want to talk about a superpower. So, Miss Jennifer or Miss Duckworth gave this long intro about who I am and what I do. But really, I want to boil that down to my superpower. And I just see on her t-shirt that debate is your superpower, or at least one of your many superpowers as a team. But we each come with a superpower, or what I would like to say is a genius or your gift or some skill that you have. And for me, it's pouring out my gift, what I know, my expertise, in order to fill others, to enlighten them. So that's what I'm doing tonight. My goal and my superpower is to inspire people to live in their purpose. So that's what all the work I do. And that's what brought me here tonight, because I know I'm not here just by chance. I know I'm here for a purpose. And so let's talk about superpowers here for leaders. These are fundamentals. So there's this big body of research that I don't want to bore you about. But I'm going to call on each of you to tell me where you stand with vision, alignment, and execution. But first, I'm going to tell you what it is. And then I want you to think about where you spend your most energy. Is it in vision? Is it alignment? Or is it execution? And when I say your energy, your time, the thing that you could do all day and night around an idea, you're in debate. So this should be really clear for you which role you play or which role you'd like to play, because generally these things are natural to you. But all three of them are within us because we are all leaders. But one stands out in you more than the other because it is your natural state. It's your most natural state, and it's what you're most comfortable doing. Okay, so vision. So, of course, vision is seeing, but setting a vision or being a visionary leadership is taking this one big idea that you have that you cannot let go of. You cannot get it out of your mind, and you can see the result before you ever before the idea ever goes into true execution. So, for example, if you have this idea that it would be so much fun if all the kids on the debate team could go to Six Flags. I'm making it up. I'm making it up. But you can see it, you can feel it. Oh, you know, the rides at Six Flags, you know, the food you want to eat when you go to Six Flags, you know, like what t-shirt you're going to wear. Like it's all in your brain and you're super excited about the idea and you can't let it go. But you may not know how we're going to get there. You don't know if Mrs. Duckworth is going to go for that, who's going to plan it. It's just the idea. So you come up with these big ideas. You're a visionary, okay? So I want all my visionaries to think about that if that's you. The second one is alignment. So alignment involves convincing Mrs. Duckworth and all of your teammates on the debate club that Six Flags is the place to go. Okay. So you're the ones you can think on your feet really quickly. You can come up with the right conversation to have to get Mrs. Duckworth excited and all your friends excited about what you're going to do in Six Flags, how much fun it's going to be. You're bringing everybody on board and making them excited about going to Six Flags. And the people are going to leave out running to their mommies and daddy and saying, we've got to go to Six Flags. Okay. So that's alignment. Communication is really key for those who in alignment. Okay. So then the next one is execution. These are the people who get it done. Okay. So these are the people who have already Googled Six Flags. You know how much it costs to get in. You know how long the ride is to get there, to the transportation. You know the plan of action to get it done and make it happen. Okay. So it takes all of these leadership styles on a team. So that's why everybody can play a role and be a leader. But these are superpowers that leaders have. And the research and data supports is in these main three categories. Okay, so if you will put into the chat, whether it's vision, alignment, or execution for you? What's your primary leadership style? And Miss Jennifer, is it better for me to open the mics? Oh, I see some coming in. Okay. So yes, Nigel, you have them all, but there is one that you're more you lean to mostly. Can you think of what that might be? Tristan, let's see. I have vision for Jaleel, execution for Matthew. Nigel's going to tell me the real one because we do have them all. You're absolutely right. Alignment for, how do I pronounce your name? Adonijah, did I get it right? Okay, very good. Tristan has vision. Madison is alignment. And Nigel, you can't choose. Tell me about it, Nigel. Open your mic. Let's talk.
I like them all, but I'm gonna say probably alignment and execution.
So what's the toss-up for you? Because you are right. We all have them in us. And there are times where we have to do all three of them. But the one that you love the most, that lights you up the most, what is that?
Execution.
You like to get it done.
Yes.
Do you like to research the details?
Yes.
And you're able to explain the details well, aren't you?
Yes. I do alignment for second and vision on third.
Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you for expressing that so well. So I want to talk to, let's see, a vision. Let's see, who put vision? Tristan? You open your mic,
Hi.
Tristan? Hi there. So tell me about this vision you have. Tell me about the ideas that come to you?
So I want to be an inventor when I grow up. So I have this whole entire inventions book, and I always have great inventions, but I just can't really figure out how to execute them.
Excellent. Yes, my visionary. So I love this that it's showing, because what it represents is that we all know deep within us who we are and what our contributions are. We know that at a very early age. We are born leaders. We can then develop and grow in our leadership. We all can, but we are all naturally born leaders. What I love about what you said was that you identified, I don't know how to execute them, which implies that we need people. And I'll talk a little bit about connection in a minute, but that is very key to developing and growing our leadership and participating on a team. Because to the degree that you're able to follow is to the degree that you're able to lead. So you recognize that you need other leaders around you. Very good. Very good. Okay, so I think we get what vision, alignment, and execution, what those are, and to distinguish those. I'm going to move to the next slide because I think this is so important, at least for me, because your authentic self and who you are, just as you just identified, and I thought that Tristan did an excellent job. He knows that he likes to and he wants to invent things. That's his genius. So the more we lean into that, the more authentic we are, and the more we're able to allow other people to be who they are. So one of the greatest challenges in life is being yourself in a world that's trying to make you like everyone else. Someone will always be whatever, all these other things, but they will never be you. Okay. So don't change so people will like you. Be yourself, and the right people will love the real you. That is very important, because you attract to you, when you're your authentic self, you attract the people who will love the real you, as opposed to attracting people who want you to be something you're not. Okay. That is a hallmark of true leadership. So leadership is an action, not a position. So we can have leadership roles and be designated as a leader, but without a role or a title, innately, we have genius within us. So Tristan identified his genius as his inventions and his ideas and thought process. Let's see. I want to call on a few to see if you can tell me what your genius or your superpower is. Let's call on Madison.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here. Thank
That's
you.
awesome. So what I would say my genius is my research skills, my abilities to put myself out there. I'm a very extroverted person. Yeah, those would be my genius. And also is that I'm a natural born leader, and I have great excellent communication skills, and I'm always speaking to different people, and that I love learning from others, and I love teaching other people things. um yeah, I'm able to adapt in any situation that I'm in. It doesn't matter who I'm around, I'm able to get along with everyone. So yes, that's what I say. That's my genius. Thank you, man.
Very good. Did you put alignment in the comments?
Oh yes, ma'am, I did.
Oh yeah, because you're spot on. You
Yes,
are
ma'am.
spot on. Very good. Very good. Thank you for
Yes, ma'am. Thank
sharing.
you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So let's see. Kaya.
It's Kia.
Kia, what is your superpower? Can you open your mic? Hey there. Is her mic open? Hey, Kia. I love your glasses.
Thank you.
So what do you think your superpower or genius is?
I think my superpower is being kind and sharing.
Oh, that is beautiful because that is so powerful. Because kindness, unlike being nice, kindness is about other people. Nice is about you, but kindness is about other people and sharing your heart, and it's rooted in empathy. So beautiful. What a power. What a superpower. Awesome. Would
Thank you.
anybody, thank
We
you.
have Nigel. Nigel raised his hand.
Is Nigel's hand up? Okay, Nigel, very good. Open your mic.
Mine is to think of a way to do something. So,
Okay.
like, if something was hard and if I didn't know how to do it, if someone created it or if I created it, there must be a way to do it somehow. So I can't just quit because that would be the easiest thing to do.
Well, I think you are talking about your brilliance. Yes, that is genius. So you are a problem solver,
Yes, ma'am.
not just the easy problems,
No.
the doozies.
Yes.
So what's your approach to solving problems?
Usually, if something is hard and if you already tried everything you could think of, all you have to do is just think. Why would someone create it if you can't do it? There's no point in creating it if no one can't use it or do something. So you still have to keep thinking and always look at the details of something and keep thinking, going deeper and deeper. And then you could even find out to solve more problems to it.
Mm-hmm. So were you execution?
Yep.
Okay. So you were torn, I believe, between,
Yes.
yeah. But execution is just bursting out of you.
We have two more hands. Do we have
Okay.
time for two more hands?
Okay, really, yes.
Okay, was it Adlai or Avaya?
Both of us have something, but if I can go first.
Okay, well then, okay, both of you all, and then Phoenix and Carly and Matthew, we'll get you another time, okay? All right, go Adlai and Avaya.
My superpower would be being nice to animals, like chickens.
Uh-huh.
Like we have some chickens, and I like giving them treats.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure they adore you if you're giving them treats. So, do you pet them? How are you, what are you giving them treats? So do you have to feed them?
Yes, I have to feed them, and I give them treats, and I make sure that they stay warm.
Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful heart. I love it. Brilliant.
And then Adlai.
Well, my genius skill is I do like to align things and make sure things are organized. I'm not all that good at carrying things out, but I like to align building plans because I like to build.
You like to build?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, that's very much alignment because you're getting order there. Mm-hmm. Very good. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing.
That is all for now. We can
Okay.
continue.
Okay, so I'm going to move on. So I want to talk about 7 components that distinguish your genius, which is your leadership style and that gift that you have. And this is where you do need to take some notes. I'm going to try to scoot through these because now we only have 30 minutes left. But it's good stuff packed in here, and I will be asking some questions as we go through. The first one is confidence. So my first question, and the first person who raises their hand, what is the root word for confidence?
We can. Adonijah said confide. Can you hear us?
I can. Yes, I was just resharing the PowerPoint. Yes, confide is the root word. Okay, and so the root word is the beginning of the word, or what that word is based off of, the extension of the word. So confide is the root word of confidence. And who answered that question?
Adonijah.
Adonijah, can you tell me what confide means?
I don't know what confide means. Does it mean to convince or something like that?
It means to trust. Very good. So confidence is about trust. And the biggest part of confidence is about trusting yourself. So trusting in your ideas, trusting in your inventions, trusting in your ability to align things, trusting in your ability to execute or to solve problems. So confidence in your own abilities is so big in leadership. So when you're debating, you have to be confident in the position you take on a topic to convince the person you're debating that you know what you're talking about. Okay, so confidence is core in leadership. So you have to trust yourself, but your team or people that you're leading also have to trust you. So a sign of you trusting yourself will automatically cause people to trust that you know what you're thinking or doing or saying. So confidence is really key in leadership. The second thing here is connecting. Kindness was one of the superpowers that was shared. And so in connecting with people, showing kindness will draw people to you. Connecting is so important in leadership because we are not meant to do life alone. If you think about debating, I guess you could debate yourself, but that wouldn't be fun. And so you have to develop your ability to connect with people in order to be a part of a successful team, number one, but to lead a team or to lead people, connecting is very important. We are here to serve. Our gift is not for us alone. So when we talk about our superpowers and our gifts and what we are here to give as leaders, we talked about kindness. That's for somebody else. So we're serving people with our gifts. Most all of our gifts that we're given that we have that's innately ours is for service. So even problem solving is helping and serving someone, for example. Okay. So the root there, and let me go stop saying root word, but the premise there about connecting is taking your gift and using it to benefit humanity, to benefit other people, to connect you to other people. So that's a hallmark of leadership. And leaders who do this well are highly regarded. If you think of Dr. Martin Luther King, he was a connector in that sense. He connected people from all walks of life in the South to get his dream. I have a dream, his mission, and what his gift was to connect people. Connecting is very powerful. The next one is expertise. Okay, number 3 is expertise. So expertise is not experience, but we all can have the same experience, but we may not all have the same level of expertise. So expertise is what we get from our experience, but it is how we use our experience to get a result. So for example, let's just say we're both in 3rd grade. Okay. So we're getting this wonderful, beautiful lesson. And I'm just going to use Mrs. Duckworth. She's our teacher and she's teaching us. So it's on her to teach us, but it is on us to learn, right? So I'm going to say I get an A in the class, but somebody else might get a B. So that's our result. It's from our experience and how we chose to use our experience. So maybe I'm just going to say, maybe I studied a little bit more. Maybe I practiced writing my sentences a little bit more. Or maybe I just enjoyed that class. It just was a class that I loved taking. Maybe it was English. I don't know, just making it up. Maybe you prefer math. But the end result is that I got an A versus someone who got a B. And so that result is a level of expertise that we have. We can point to that result. So it's either something we can quantify by numbers, or we can qualify by the quality of the result that we get. Okay. So expertise is not the same as experience. It's the next level from experience. And that is, I guess, I see somebody. Are you raising your hand with a question? No question. Okay. Okay. So when somebody, so the difference there is teaching is happening, but learning is important. Okay. So you have to have both in order to get to that result. right? Okay, so number 4 is advocacy. I'm going to scoop through these because our time is winding down. I want to make sure I save time for questions. Advocacy. So advocacy is showing up for yourself and for others. So when you bring a topic up for debate, it's going to require you to stand out, because you got to stand on what you believe as compared to what somebody else may believe. So you've got to advocate for why you believe what you believe. Okay, so that's key in leadership, because I'm not going to follow somebody who won't stand up for me or support me or advocate for me. So it's two-pronged. So leadership is not just leading yourself, it's also leading others. Advocacy is not just advocating for yourself, but it's also advocating for others. And that again means standing up for others, for what you believe, and knowing why you believe it. Can you tell me of a topic that you're passionate about that you have taken a stance on? And I'm going to ask, let's see, Judah and, okay, you have to tell me the name.
IDL.
IDL. Will you open your mic? Okay, tell me something you believe so strongly in, either one of you. Adiel, you're smiling, so you have to give me something. So do you believe strongly in ice cream?
No.
No.
I believe that I can go to sleep.
That you want to go to sleep?
Yes. I believe that
Yeah.
I can do my schoolwork.
That you can do what?
I believe that I can do my schoolwork.
You can do your score?
Schoolwork.
Schoolwork. And, okay, so you believe that you can do your schoolwork. Can you do it fast? Can you do it correctly? What do you believe about your schoolwork?
That I can do it correctly.
That I can do it correctly. Can you prove that? How can you prove it?
Because I do it.
Because I do it very well. You have the results that you do it, okay? And you do it very well?
Yes.
Do you get it correct? Are your answers correct? Yes. Okay. Do you read?
Yes.
And do you write sentences?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. So you can advocate for yourself that I do my work, I do it correctly, I write sentences, and I read. So you can back it up. So that is advocating, that Judah's advocating that Judah can do the work correctly and do it well. Very good. So that's advocacy. The big piece about advocacy, and thank you for for sharing that, Judah. The big piece about advocacy is that when you're advocating for others, you have to see things from their perspective. That word is called empathy. Okay. Maybe you are not in that situation that they're in, but in order for you to advocate for, let's just say, I am in a nonprofit and I have to advocate um, for kids to have a debate club. You know, they may not have one. So I have to debate, I have to tell why it's important to have a debate club, for them to have their debate club. So I first have to feel that I can understand why it's important for them, because it's It's helping with my leadership skills. It's helping me to meet new friends. And all children should have a debate club. So advocating for other people who may not have access to what you have is also a part of being a strong leader. Okay, so advocacy is for yourself and for others, and you do it well in debate, I'm sure. So number 5 is emotional intelligence or EQ. How many of you have heard of IQ? Okay, that's your intellectual quotient. So emotional intelligence is your emotional quotient, and it is 4 components there. The biggest component is self-awareness, meaning you are aware of how you interact and interrelate with other people. You are aware of who you are and who you represent yourself to be. Self-awareness is number 1 in emotional intelligence. The other part of that is self-management. Managing your emotions, being in control of your emotions. We can't just say what we want to say in certain environments. Let's say you are supposed to be at the library and you're supposed to be quiet and soft-spoken in the library. But you get upset about something and you scream in the library. So that's not self-management. That's not self-regulation. So that's kind of almost having your emotions all over the place. So self-management is key to emotional intelligence. Social awareness, awareness of where you are in the environment that you're in, is a part of emotional intelligence. And then the last one is relationship management. And those are your interaction skills. Do you play fair with your friends when you're on the playground, or when you're playing soccer, or when you're in the band, or whatever it may be? How do you manage your relationships and interact with people, with adults, with your parents, with maybe your dance instructor or your Sunday school teacher? How do you relate and manage in relationships? So we talked about empathy being a part of advocacy, but it's also a part of emotional intelligence, or that emotional quotient. And so let's just say we're debating and I'm pushing back on what you're saying in your debate. And I'm trying to prove my point, right? What's the first thing that I might do that you might say I may not have good emotional self-management? If I am doing what?
Adelaide's hand went up. Adelaide?
If you are fussing and walking off topic because you're so upset.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So the key in that situation is to raise your words, not your voice, right? So we're giving more proof to what we believe based on our facts and our fact finding and research we've done, but we don't have to yell, right? We can respond in an emotionally smart way that shows that we have good self-management and self-regulation skills. That is huge in debate. I was in my college years, had a debate course, wasn't a debate team, and we debated, it was a piece of legislation that was at the time that was very controversial. And I knew my stance and I had researched it. The person who was debating me didn't know their stance. And maybe they didn't know that I had done this research, but I was like, boom, with all my responses, they were landing. And that person became very, very upset. But I still maintained my tone. So the professor after class asked me, did that not intimidate you? And I said, no, she was just screaming. I couldn't understand what she was saying. And he said, you never raised your voice. And I said, I didn't have to. Clearly, my points were landing, right? So emotional intelligence is about self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. And you have all the tools to do that. You just have to be aware of it. Okay. Number 6 is preparation. I've talked about it a little bit in the emotional intelligence piece, but you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That is a principle of a good leader. Okay. So if it's due on Friday, you have finished it on Wednesday. Okay. Because on Thursday, you need some time to look back through to make sure it's complete and exact how you want it. So preparation is allowing yourself the time to do your homework, to do your research, and to be well prepared when you are about to, whether it's to debate or whether it's to submit an essay or homework that you've written, whether or not it's to do your public speaking or presentation, but you've rehearsed it enough and you're prepared enough to deliver it. The last one is feedback, number 7. This is important for all leaders because feedback is information. I know sometimes feedback, if you've ever gotten someone to give you feedback about an assignment that you've done that you thought was perfect or great, feedback can sometimes be uncomfortable or awkward, but feedback is important because the purpose of feedback is to help you get to your next level. It is not, it should be constructive. And so the constructive part of it is giving you advice for how you can improve upon what you already have. So it is about you getting to, again, your next level. So feedback can come in a lot of different ways. I call it taking the important pieces of feedback and really applying them. Feedback is no good if you don't take it and do something with it, okay? So if your teacher gives you feedback on maybe it's something, a paragraph that you've written, make sure that you go back and make the adjustments because as a leader, you're out front. And so people see you, they hear your ideas and your thoughts, and they will question it. In a lot of cases, some of the questions are to help you to perfect, not perfection, but to improve what you've already done. So as a good leader, you're listening for feedback. Okay. So now this is the pop quiz. Okay. Out of that list of 7 things, there is one that is the most important. The first person who can raise their hands, okay, you're watching it for me, will get a Chick-fil-A gift card if you guess the right one. What's, okay, so who
We
was
had
first?
Jaleel was first, and then Nigel, and then Carly and Phoenix. So everybody's raising their hand. I got the order. So
Okay.
Jaleel was first. Do y'all know the question? Which is the most important? Do y'all heard the question? Okay, Jaleel, what do you say?
I say that preparation is the most important. You have to prepare for something before you do it.
Okay, we're not gonna tell the answer until we get through everybody.
Okay, very good.
Nigel, what's your answer?
I'm going to go for preparation as well.
Okay, all right. Carly Phoenix, what's your answer?
My answer is confidence. My answer is confidence.
Okay, hold on, let me write all these down so we can make sure. All right, I see Madison's next.
My answer, I'd say, is confidence, because you need to be confident in something before you execute it or do it.
Okay, then I had Adlai and Avaya. What'd y'all say?
I said advocacy because
Advocacy.
you show up for others. I
Okay.
think it's feedback. I think it's feedback because when others tell you their opinion, it just makes you better.
All right. We had James and Sylvie, or is it just James?
We think it's confident.
Okay, James and Sylvie say confidence as well. All right. And then we have Matthew. What'd you say?
I think it's preparation too.
Okay. All right. So the first person, I'll let Miss Allen say the answer, and then I'll tell the first person that said it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the answer is confidence.
The
Okay.
answer is confidence. So that was Carly who said it first, the right answer. Is that how you wanted it?
Yes. Whoever gives the right answer. Yes. So confidence. And the reason, if you can raise your level of confidence, you can raise your level of all the other 6. Okay. So you've got to be confident in who you are. Again, that causes people to trust you if you trust yourself. So y'all were all listening, but all of them are very important. Very good. So my next question and my last question, I didn't say this word, but each of these components requires it, and you do it all the time in debate. What is that?
Okay, you guys got to use your hand motion. Remember, I can't. Okay, I see Madison first. The question is, all of these tied together, they require one component. What is it? Okay, are you still first, Madison?
Yes, I think it is communication.
Okay, what do you think, Jaleel?
I think it's feedback.
Okay.
So
What do you?
it's not on the list.
Okay,
It's not on the list, but it requires this one thing in all of them.
okay. James and Sylvie, I see your hand.
Talking.
Okay, talking. All right. All right. Nigel, I see your hand.
I would say talking too. Communication
All
and
right.
connecting.
Adlai, Avaya.
I think it's teamwork.
I think it cooperation to basically teamwork.
Okay. Matthew.
Leadership.
Okay. Carly Phoenix.
Mine is communication. Mine
Okay.
is teamwork.
Okay. And then we have Tristan.
I think it's care.
Say it one more time, Tristan, when you cut off.
I think it's care.
Care. Okay, care. Let's see, Kia and Mark. And then I think that's it. Kia and Mark.
Cooperation.
Okay.
Communication.
Okay. All right. So, what is the answer, Miss Allen?
The answer is communication. Yes.
Congratulations, Madison. So we have Carly and Madison that got they were first to get the answer correct and raised their hand for it. Does that make sense? Like, you guys were the first to get the answer correct and also like in that order.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to email me the list, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I love how engaged you all were, but on that last one, you all got it right because it requires some form of communication to lead. You are going to have to either talk, you're going to have to write, you're going to have to express yourself. So give yourselves all a big hand. You were very engaged tonight. I appreciate it. And I hope you learned from this that you are already leaders. And I hope you've learned a tool or two that can grow you as a leader. And I just would love to hear your debate. At some point, I hope to be back to hear you debate.
Yes, honestly, our debates are as follows. The elementary, they will be debating waffles versus pancakes, and then the teenagers will be debating Fruity Pebbles versus Fruit Loops.
Very
And so
good.
it's gonna be a hard one. And because I can't choose between either one, so I'm gonna be very neutral. But we definitely will invite you to be a judge for our future debates this semester so that you can see how their leadership pops through. I think my favorite thing about tonight was the styles, and I loved how each of you could take what Miss Allen was saying and apply it to yourself at all levels. I'm so proud of you. Is there one or two of you all, if this is okay, Miss Allen, if there's one or two of you all, tell me that we didn't hear from. Let's go with, who did we not hear from? Nathan, what was your favorite part about tonight's class? Nathan?
My favorite part about tonight's class was about everyone communicating and speaking what they thought was the answer.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see who we didn't hear from also. We didn't hear a lot from Judah. Judah, what was your favorite part?
About the communication
What do you mean?
when we were guessing.
Okay. Okay, and then Mark, we hadn't heard from you tonight. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was guessing the words.
Okay, Miss Allen, so there's feedback for you that is a favorite for interaction amongst the children, but at the same time, it's probably just as exciting for adults when you work with them. So, you guys, could you all hear the elements of debate throughout this program? Give me a thumbs up if you could hear it. Yeah, so when we get off this call, you'll know where you can apply these leadership principles to debate, yes? Okay, good. So this was an effective class, and let's all tell Miss Allen, thank you so much for her wisdom, and thank you for really just helping us to see how we each have leadership traits and geniuses, and that this is going to be a wonderful addition to our toolbox, isn't it? Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Allen. Everybody give her a hand clap and tell her
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everyone. We'll
Goodbye.
see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Miss, you guys can go ahead, Miss Allen. If you got one more minute.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
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 You got it. Bye, Judah. Bye, Adiel.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. They are precious.
So
My
funny.
goodness, they are so precious and so smart, honey.
Yes, yes, they
Very
are.
bright. Very
And
bright.
you did wonderful. Like, do you want to say something to Miss Allen?
Hi, darling. You were wonderful. So brilliant.
Thank you. I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is very easy hair. I love it too.
Well, you did well, and I believe everybody could clearly understand what you said, because if they didn't understand it, they wouldn't have talked. So thank you
Okay.
so much.
Very good. Very good. So I was hoping I could, not be too technical on things, but that it would apply to them. So
It
very
did.
good.
Hey, Carly, come over here and give your feedback.
I
So
thought it was
she can't hear you. Wait till you get there. Now say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I thought it was amazing. And, like, my favorite part was when I got it right.
Yeah.
Because I was so adamant about it. Because I was like, there's a pattern. Because then the second answer, I was like, there was a pattern. The first two things.
You're so smart. I love it. I love these scholars. Yes, that is exactly. And I love how y'all paid attention. Y'all were so attentive and engaged. And it's like at 7 o'clock at night. It's 7:30.
Yeah, I think it's because, they know it's for them, and it's not like, mommy said that I had to do this. Like before they get here, they've gone through they looked at the debates that we've done in the past. I asked their parents, make sure this is what they want to do, because this is all about their journey, not the parents. And so I think once they go through that filter, we get a good crop of people. So
Very good. So do I need to Cash App you to do electronic gift cards? Because I know one baby, I think, is in Arizona who won. Was it?
no, both of them are here in Birmingham.
Okay.
Yeah, Madison is here in Birmingham, and then obviously Carly.
Carly's. Okay.
But yeah, I guess
Oh,
so.
yeah. What's the easiest way? Is
If you
it?
cash out me, then I can just go get them myself. And
Now
then,
I have gift cards now. I have the
oh,
actual gift cards, but I didn't
okay,
know in terms of logistics, I can get you 2 gift cards. Do you want me to put them in the mail to you? Meet you somewhere?
you know
Or
what? I think the app for you said Chick-fil-A, right?
uh-huh.
So I know I have the app. I think you can gift on the app.
Well, that part now you got me beat, girl. You got me beat with that one.
Listen,
I
they
can,
got stock out of my house.
I
Like,
know. I know.
um,
I don't want to
on,
give, I don't want to put more work on you. That's what I was trying to figure out. What's the easiest way?
yeah, I can actually, well, yeah. Oh, I don't know.
And the gift card.
Wait, see, look at it. The 8-year-old is playing at me.
Not rewards. Where did you find
Was
that?
it account?
Send
Oh, yeah. So on your account
Okay.
in the app, Phoenix showed me, it says send an e-gift card.
Oh, I do see that. Okay.
And so I can, I guess if you want to walk through it, and I can give you, I don't know how to receive it, but ask me what you need to ask and I'll tell you.
Please choose an e-gift card. So you get to choose a card. I'm just gonna choose
I'm,
all of them are Valentine theme. Well, I'll just choose a blank one. So next step,
I'm assuming I need to give you my email.
$10. So if I send them to you, can you send them on to, well, it's your baby, and who's the other one?
Yolanda,
Madison.
she's actually my co-founder of Black Homeschoolers of Birmingham. So I could just call her and see if she has the app.
Okay.
Ask her what her account is, because you want to see if this works.
Yeah.
Or I
Uh-huh.
sent you my email. I don't know what they need. I've never done this before.
So, okay. Let's see. Did you email me your your
Text you my email.
you texted. Okay, let me go to my text. Okay.
That's associated with my account.
Okay, let me get my readers on.
Look, I am not hating on you. I've got readers on constantly. You need to go start getting ready. Like, let's transition for nighttime, okay?
Okay.
Mm.
Mommy.
Mhm.
Mommy.
Mhm.
Get out of
Do what I said, please. You helped your old woman already.
So sweet.
Now, maybe 2 hours ago is a different story. You too, Missy.
Okay, do
Yes,
you want me to put it in your baby's name for the display name or
yes, please. Can you do Carly?
Karleigh?
Almost C.
Oh, it's a C. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Karleigh.
CAR. Yeah, the long way. Thank you.
I'm gonna say send now. Add to cart. Yeah. Okay. I knew my card had expired on here, so let me put this one on here.
And if you want to do it at a later time, that's fine. I just want to make sure you get what you need.
Well, it's better for me to go on and do it, girl.
I get it. I seriously get it.
Because
Jeremy's
tomorrow
always asking me, "Did you do this? Did you?" I said, "Look, if I don't do it when he tell me, it may not get done."
it is not going to happen. Oops. It wouldn't have taken all this, but my card expired. I knew it had expired last month.
I'm fine. This was the last thing on my calendar, so I'm good. Xander's out playing lacrosse, so he won't be back until 8:30. So I'm good. It's quiet.
Okay, let's see. I just submitted it.
Okay, I'm looking for a notification.
Okay.
Mhm.
Says I can track my order. Wait.
I'm hoping it'll give me a notification because I'm looking everywhere.
Well, it says it could take up to 60 minutes
Oh, okay.
and up to 6 hours.
Okay.
So check it and just let me know tomorrow and how I need to send it to the other baby.
Okay, I'm doing that right now. Thank you again
Oh, you're
for
welcome.
Yeah, and I hope you have a good night.
You too. Be good. Take care. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye.